Hello and welcome back to part 3 of the Slay the Spire Ascension 20 guides. We're going to be having a go with the Defect today. The Defect starts with the crack core, which means at the start of each combat we will channel one lightning orb. As you can see from the picture here. Here we go! Right, so we'll take a little look at the map first. We see Hexaghost. And we see a pretty reasonable path, or two potential reasonable paths. I'm going to see what Meow has to offer. 100 gold is always a nice start, I feel. Yeah, sort of allows us to go for this shop, and then we can make a decision on whether we can fight an extra elite here. But certainly we'll probably want to take on this burning elite and then see where we're going to go from there. Choose a card is sort of whatever. It's a reasonable start. I'd take it if I really didn't fancy any of the other options. We can choose a rare card for a curse. The problem with taking this now is we're going to have to remove that curse. Of all the characters, I think the Defect dislikes curses the most. So yeah, we would have to remove that at this shop. And what that basically means is we're turning down, we're getting a curse and losing 100 gold for a rare card, given these options. Because we simply just have to remove that card, we can't keep it in the deck. The other option is the boss swap. And honestly, it's not a bad looking act for a boss swap. Yeah, we have got sort of another option here where we could go up the right and go to this shop with our 100 gold potentially, but the only thing is with that we are absolutely committing to fighting this extra elite here. I suppose we can avoid more elites, but I think I'd really like to see in Act 1 the burning elite to get the green key, which allows you to unlock Act 4 after the chest. Typically I would rather get the green key out of the way in the first act, and then I don't have to worry about pathing to this in Act 3 in particular, because typically I would always tend to try and avoid the burning elite in Act 2, just because I feel like it's the strongest set of elites. So take 100 gold, head towards the shop and take it from there. Okay, so we see Jarworm. Jarworm pretty nasty. I'm not going to play the Dualcast first, I'm just going to get the other Lightning Orb in play by playing Zap. There is an argument for playing Dualcast first there, but honestly, having 2 Lightning Orbs in any of these early fights is just going to be much better for us. Let's see how close we get to a kill here. Not quite close enough. We strike, and this is 15, so we lose a little bit more HP here. But we should get the win this turn. Yep. Okay, nice. We get a regen pot, allowing us to heal back some of our health. Alright, so we'll take that. Beam Cell, Barrage, and Turbo. I like a Beam Cell. Barrage is okay. And Barrage encourages us to want to pick up more orbs as well. But I think we can still do that and take the Beam Cell. Turbo is a good card, it's just not great right now. We need to add more damage. And for 0 cost 3 damage and apply 1 vulnerable is going to help us do that. Okay, so not the best turn 1 here. You really want to sort of be killing the acid slime on turn 1. We are probably going to have a really bad turn 2. I mean, we are, there's no doubt about it. Drawing all 4 defends on turn 1 is pretty nasty, so yeah, we're just going to take 10. We'll kill the small slime and go from there. So the spike slime dealing us quite a lot of damage. And once again, we don't quite get the kill here, unfortunately. 2 damage short, so we'll block. Guaranteed to draw a strike next turn anyway. Okay, so we get through the fight, unfortunately losing 10 HP. Okay, so these are some good options in terms of damage. We get Ball Lightning. 1 energy, deal 7 damage, channel a lightning. And Doom and Gloom. Doom and Gloom, honestly, I think of all the AoE cards in the game, I'm not convinced by Doom and Gloom being particularly great. The problem is, with Doom and Gloom is that you're reliant on having more orbs to play the dark. So yeah, it is good area of effect with the 10 damage and upgraded 14. It needs the upgrade really. But initially, me taking this here, it's just going to be 2 energy, deal 10 damage to all enemies, which isn't amazing, made slightly better by the beam cell. I think I'm going to take it just because we're going into a shop and we can try and find some more orb cards. So there we go, there's a Cold Snap on sale, which I am happy to take. The loop is also good when you've got a Dark Orb and you can get it in front. Not convinced by taking the Juzu bracelet here. I just think we do want to fight enemies in those question mark rooms as well. Lee's Waffle is a little bit early as a pickup. This can save a run, honestly, if you got to the point where you've just picked up a card which really sort of pulls your deck, ties your deck together, but your HP is really, really low, and then you walk into a shop and you see Lee's Waffle, it's like, yes. But I don't think we need to take that now. I think what I'm going to do, just looking at the Magnetism, not really convinced by Magnetism. It does upgrade to be 1 cost, but at the moment it doesn't do anything on the turn that it gets played. The Blind is a reasonable shout. Just paying 89 gold for a blind at this point, is that going to be really worth it? I'm not sure. I guess it's probably better than not spending my gold at this shop. Yeah, I'm going to pick up this blind with the Cold Snap, and I'm going to remove a strike here as well. Okay. Right, so I'm going to head this way. We'll make a decision after this event as to whether we are going to fight this this first elite here or not. Okay, a little bit annoying again. We haven't had some very good draws at the start of this Defect run. I mean, I guess we just... Yeah, we can't kill either of them, can we? So 21. Oh no, wait, 21. We can kill this one. Yeah. No, we can't. Oh, we can, I suppose, if we get lucky with the Lightning Orb here, which we don't. But we're only ever going to block for 5 there anyway, so... Doom and Gloom, just to finish off the fight. I'm looking at this regen potion and thinking you need to do some work for us. We could take a Bullseye. It's pretty good damage, and applying Lock On means our orbs deal more damage. It is good with that Dark Orb. So yeah, I'm going to take the Bullseye. And I'll probably give up the Cold Snap here. I'm fine with that. I don't really want to lose the regen potion, because I think we're going to need it to get through the rest of this act. But I'm happy losing a common card. Oh, and we get a Lizard Tail. Okay, so we get given a Lizard Tail, so maybe it was better to use the potion, but yeah, honestly, nice little insurance policy. So now I'm considering, do we go after this elite here, rather than the 2 campfires? I think I just want to get these upgrades up. I think this is a little bit too early. So I'm going to start with the Doom and Gloom, just make it 14 to all enemies. It's going to be really helpful in a lot of those fights coming up. We cannot take the Doubt here for 150. Just making us weak is just not going to be good enough. So yeah, unfortunately a wasted node, but we do get the other upgrade, and it will be Beam Cell. to deal 4 damage and apply 2 vulnerable, so that they are vulnerable on the second turn, is pretty crucial. Okay, so we've got some good healing. Not the greatest for the Hexaghost fight, because the Hexaghost scales off our HP, so the more HP we've got, the bigger the initial damage from Hexaghost, but certainly a really good pickup for Act 3. Okay, so pretty nice that we drew the Doom and Gloom on turn 1. We will unfortunately take a bit of a hit. We get plus strength sentries. I think I'm going to pop the regen potion here as well. I probably should have done it last turn. Yeah, we'll just play out the 1 defend. Yeah, because we are going to be taking quite a bit of damage in this fight. Yeah, as shown here. So I guess we use the bullseye. Do we? Yeah, I guess we just need to guarantee that we're going to kill that one. So yeah, taking a bit more damage here. Doom and Gloom now would be good. We don't find it. Hitting the back one because Doom and Gloom will win us the fight now. Yeah, there we go. So see there what I was talking about with the Doom and Gloom? We finished the fight with the Dark Orb on 30, but no real way of actually evoking it, so it's a little bit tough to use at times. So with that in mind, I think picking up a Ball Lightning is going to be just fine here. As I said, giving us another orb to put in addition to the Doom and Gloom and the Zap. It's going to mean we can actually evoke that Dark Orb. Yep. So Warpaint upgrade. Honestly, if this upgrades 2 defense, I will be happy. Fantastic. So really nice pickup relic. Extra couple of upgrades in the deck. Always good. Right, we've only got 74 gold. So we can't really afford much in the shop, but I guess we can probably pick up a potion. Which might help us. Rip the membership card here. Would have been really nice to get that. Discount on all products for the rest of the game would have been excellent. And the only potion we can afford is a colourless one, or we can take a rebound. Okay, I'm going to take this colourless potion, and we'll have a go. It is Gremlin Knob, as I feared it might be, but Beam Cell on turn 1 is excellent. We're going to pop the colourless potion. And honestly, Apotheosis is just really nice. That's gonna help us deal a lot of damage. Yeah, okay, so I think we win here without even taking the first hit from him. So Apotheosis, an excellent card. We get the Strawberry as well, which raises our match HP. And we get given an Echo Form, which I'm definitely going to be taking here. Of all the form cards, so each class of character has a something form, so Silent it's Wraith form, the Watcher is Deva form, and the Ironclad is Demon form. I feel that Echo form is the most powerful, very close with Wraith form, but Echo form, being able to play the first card we play each turn twice is excellent, and it's going to really help against our Act boss, which I'm not entirely convinced we are going to beat just yet. So given that we've picked up the Strawberry, because I was considering a rest there with that 7 extra HP, I feel like we can get through one combat. We've got the Lizard Tail and the Pantograph as well, so yeah. The question is, what is going to be the upgrade? Now, I probably want to upgrade this Blind. It's going to help strip artifact layers. So will Bullseye. Ball Lightning's not bad. Zap being upgraded is pretty good as well. I'm going to do the Blind. It's not often I upgrade the blind, but I think I will. Oh, okay, so I'm not going to play the Echo Form in this fight just because I don't really want to take the damage. Draw Doom and Gloom win. Okay, well, blind is going to help, as we've already said. So we only need to block for 12 now. And I think we're actually guaranteed. No, not quite. So yeah, I will just balance out the damage here. But yeah, Doom and Gloom wins it. 20 gold. Defragment. I think we do want a defragment, and we want to sort of try and move ourselves towards some frost orbs in the future as well. Turbo pretty good. Got Echo Form and Doom and Gloom, but I think if we play the defragment and upgrade it, if we get to play that twice in the next fight, we will more than likely win. I'm considering popping the Dexterity Potion because we don't have any additional block, but this is nice. Echo Form on turn 1 and the blind, so that Hexaghost is weak next turn. Just gonna play the defend twice. I think that's fine. Just try and block as much of this initial damage as possible. Defragment twice. I guess we will take 6 damage to get the Dark Orb in play and deal 21 damage. Yeah, feeling pretty good about this now. So we'll get the lock on twice. Defend, defend. Just going to charge up this Dark Orb and bring it round. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Yeah, sure. Let's get it round and then just do the full block. Okay. Yeah, and we win. Yeah, so in the end, a really quite a straightforward Hexaghost fight. And we see a bias cognition as well. Seek is also interesting, but just gaining even more focus I think is going to be really nice. Seek, finding 2 cards when it's upgraded or 1 when unupgraded is also really nice. Not convinced that we need the Hyper Beam. I think we're going to do okay. Doom and Gloom is going to help us with those multi-enemy fights. Bias cognition or Seek. So the thing is with the Seek is that if we get to draw it, we can put Echo Form in play, and if it's upgraded, we can search for perhaps an energy producing card, so then we can enable our stuff a little bit more. I think honestly though the bias cognition is probably slightly favoured here, so we'll take it. Nice. Okay, so we see Ectoplasm, which means we can no longer gain gold, but we get an extra energy. We see a Cursed Key, which means we'll gain a curse if we open a non-boss chest. And we see Nuclear Battery, which means we channel a Plasma Orb, which gives us an energy each turn, and when it evokes, it gives us 2 energy. So I mean, any of these I think are reasonable. I would be more inclined to take the Cursed Key had we already got the blue key, which we haven't, because we picked up this Pantograph. Ectoplasm not even being able to gain gold. The problem with taking Ectoplasm now is we are likely to run into the looters, the enemies who steal gold from you, and the problem is that once they've stolen it, they just keep it. When you've got Ectoplasm, you cannot ever get it back, and they are fairly common enemies, particularly at the start of Act 2. So even 140 gold is not likely to be secure for us. cursed key is basically saying we're giving up 100 gold as well, though, because we would like to remove that curse. As I spoke about before, the Defect not a big fan of curses. So honestly, I think the nuclear battery is just fine. It gives us an extra energy on the first turn. Crucially, so say if we draw Echo Form, we can actually play at least one other card with it. And it does help us sort of get around to evoking the Doom and Gloom in a way as well. Also makes other plasma generating cards a lot more takeable. So we'll just take the nuclear battery. No downside, just upside. Okay, so looking at the acts, we see the Bronze Automaton. And then we just need to figure out a path here. So there's one path here which takes on 2 elites, and it's got a few campfires which sort of go straight up the middle. There isn't a 3 elite path. So yeah, just need to take that under consideration. Normally I like to see a 3 elite path, at least as an option. I'm not sure this elite is a little bit peculiarly placed, and there's a lot of combats on this side. And the hallway fights in Act 2 can be pretty nasty in my experience. And we're going to favour taking on events in Act 2 because there's a number of good events that we would like to see. Yeah, we would definitely take the event that gives you the 3 intangible at the moment, because we only have a very limited number of defend cards, and we need to think about how we are going to block. So yeah, I think I'm going to favour this sort of run up the middle with the 2 elites and the 2 campfires, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so yeah, just dealing maximum damage on turn 1 against this Spheric Guardian. They're just going to put in place a huge amount of block. Play the blind, although it's not really of any consequence. I guess we Doom and Gloom and then defend. This is where our lack of defensive cards is going to start to show. So yeah, I'm going to play the Echo Form and defend. Okay, so defrag. That dual cast strike should win. Yeah, nice. Okay, so we do take some damage there. You see genetic algorithm, which honestly it doesn't help with our short-term need for block, but it will help long-term. I think it's better than both of these two, so we'll take it. Duplicate a card in your deck. Is this where I duplicate a defend? Algorithm? It would have been good if we got this event and algorithm had, like, you know, at least 10 block on it, because I would have definitely taken it. What else could we could duplicate the defragment is upgraded. Echo Form. I think long term the best play is Echo Form, and I might have to rethink my pathing because we really don't have enough block at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to take the Echo Form because I think being able to do things twice. So yeah, it would be nice to see some good block cards here, so let's find one, please. Okay, so we see Equilibrium is good. Force Field is really good. We've got enough powers to make that work now with the 4 powers, and potentially playing more than one of them twice means that very often I imagine we're going to be able to make Force Field free. It's not very good on turn 1, unfortunately. Auto Shields is pretty nice. Equilibrium. Yeah, it's definitely a block card. Not thinking about really taking anything else here. And now I'm going to try the Force Field. Yeah. So let's go this way. Let's stick to the original plan. And we'll find a Shelled Parasite. Nasty. Okay, so Echo Form, defend. take quite a bit of damage. So we can dual cast twice, which will evoke the Plasma Orb and allow us to block and play Doom and Gloom. I think this is probably the way to go. Yeah, so we still get the full block in, which is pretty crucial for us here. I guess it's defend twice, let that Echo Form go. In favour of dealing some damage, at least. Shell Parasite really nasty. Algorithm twice is okay with the blind. Defend. Is it defend twice? I don't see a kill. Doom and Gloom twice. Actually, maybe Doom and Gloom twice. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So we get a colourless potion. Chill, I think, is definitely a card that we want to see. With our orb generating, definitely want that passive block from those orbs. So yeah, next turn seeing Shell Parasite with the Fungi Beast. This is, in my opinion, one of the worst fights that you could possibly see in Act 2. So I think I'm going to pop the Dexterity Potion here just to try and negate some of this damage that's coming in on turn 1. Okay, so Bias Cognition is fine. Yeah, if we chill, yeah, we get to play it all, don't we? So Echo Form, defend. I guess we just kill this guy, do we? No, we'll hit the Shell Parasite. Just try and survive as long as we can. Right, so defragment. Force Field is now free. Yeah, so being able to double play the defragment there was really good. Okay, so guess we're gonna play this, and then we double something else. We couldn't double that first one, and the blind puts him back down to within our orb block range, so that's nice. We get to double genetic, Doom and Gloom, and get the win. Okay, so not entirely convinced by Steam Barrier. I think we've sort of stemmed the tide a little bit with now we can actually do some blocking with the genetic algorithm, force field, chill. Yeah, I think we don't need the Steam Barrier. If we'd have seen the Steam Barrier a few turns ago, I think we would have had to have taken it. The problem I have with it right now is we don't draw enough. Sweeping Beam, is that a consideration? Honestly, no, I don't think it is. I think we've got enough direct damage, Doom and Gloom, Ball Lightning, Bullseye. We're going to rely on our powers and our orbs going forward, so Sweeping Beam is a bit redundant, I think. Because we've got the Lizard Tail, I'm going to upgrade a card here, but usually I think I'd probably be resting going into this combat. So Force Field's pretty good, Chill. But I think Bias Cognition is first in line for the upgrades. Okay, so we see the Gremlin Leader, and we see Doom and Gloom on turn 1, and we also see Gremlin Leader attacking us. I'm going to pop the Colourless Potion again. Okay, so not the best options here. I don't think we're going to be regularly playing 5 cards in a turn. Violence fetches 2 strikes, or hold on, it could fetch a number of different cards. I guess it's fine. I really want it to find Beam Cell. And there is a fairly good chance. We've only got 5 attacks that it could find, so... yeah, I think this is probably good. Right, we don't get it, because obviously we don't. But we can evoke our Plasma Orb here. So Doom and Gloom is a definite. As I said, we can evoke the Plasma if we wanted to with Zap. Ball Lightning. And I think that's fine, honestly. I'm going to Ball Lightning on the Shield Gremlin. Then we'll Zap. Play the 2 defense. Let's try and build up this Dark Orb while he's got no minions. Get Echo Form in play. We'll come back for the genetic algorithm, I think. Okay, I think we're probably just going to have to dual cast this Dark Orb, but we'll double the bias cognition. Kill both the gremlins. And then hopefully be able to deal a significant amount of damage. Right, I think Echo Form is fine and just get one orb up there. Get the Frost Orbs in. So, Ball Lightning. I'm just going to try and focus on the Gremlin Leader now. Yeah, just try and get the Gremlin Leader dead. He's going to attack us this turn. Ooh, pretty nasty. Beam Cell twice, Bullseye twice, Dual Cast twice. Yeah, nice. Okay. So the Echo Forms showing their power there. There's no way we get out of that fight alive, or without relying on the Lizard Tail, if we didn't have 2 Echo Forms in play. Getting a Horncleat's really nice. At the start of your second turn, getting 14 block, 32 gold. Fusion. Fusion. Is Fusion any good? I think if it was upgraded, I'd be more inclined to take it. I just think it's a little bit difficult for us to use at the moment, being 2 cost. Go for the eyes. I don't think we need that, given that we've got blind. Rebound is okay, enabling us to put a card back on top of our library. We didn't get off the genetic there, which is a little bit of a shame, but I think the way we played it was pretty sound. No, I don't think we need a rebound here. Okay, next fight. So we see the cultists. Echo Form and Defrag just one time is fine. Horncleat really helping us to block on this turn. Right, so I'm gonna Zap twice, just try and get the maximum damage. So now I'm gonna try and work and kill the middle guy. I don't really want to play the chill, but I also do want to play the chill because I don't want to lose the plasma, but equally we need to be thinking about blocking next turn, and the lightning orbs hit the right one. So yeah, we've got far too much block this turn. Next turn we will see how we get on, because they all get buffed. Right, double Doom and Gloom is fine. Kills the middle guy, deals lots of damage to the others. Let's try and kill this one next, and just play the genetic algorithm for 1 here and just full block. Okay, so so what do we want to double? I guess this is we hit here twice. 14 gets dealt to you, and then we get to strike. That doesn't really work, does it? So I think the best play is just bias cog twice, block as much as we can, and kill this front guy. Yeah, and then we get the win now. Excellent. Okay. Charge battery's okay. We see another fusion. What would we like to upgrade at this fire? Because if there isn't anything in particular, I think taking a fusion is fine because we can upgrade it straight away. I suppose what I'm wondering actually as well is what would we use the extra energy for from the fusion once we've got the echo forms in play? We would just have lots of energy on certain turns. But it would just be nice to be able to recycle our plasma. Sorry. Our plasma from our nuclear battery. Yeah, I'm going to take it. I'm also going to take this frozen egg. Any future powers we see will be upgraded, and we do want to take a few more powers. A buffer would be nice, definitely. Electrodynamics we'd take, even though we've got the doom and gloom. I think it just helps accelerate our area of effect damage, so we'll take the frozen egg. And as I said, we'll upgrade this fusion to just be 1 cost. And then we'll see what we get now. Okay, so we get the Book of Stabbing. And we don't get a particularly great first turn. Just try and deal some damage. Take 6. Thank goodness for the Horn Cleat. So we'll play Echo Form. Play Fusion, so we've got a little bit more energy now. 5 energy per turn. Okay, so we are going to be using our Lizard Tail here. We'll use Bias Cog. Play the blind anyway, even though it doesn't make any difference this turn. So yeah, Lizard Tail gets popped. Genetic Algorithm twice. Defrag, Zap, Strike, Defense. Gets the full block in. Okay, so Doom and Gloom twice. Chill. Defend. If only this was the ball lightning or the fusion or the dual cast or the zap. Yeah, so taking quite a lot of damage here. Not quite dead. But yeah, the Book of Stabbing has really done a number on us there. Okay, so we see a Shuriken, which honestly with our deck isn't the best, isn't terrible because we've got a beam cell, but there aren't many occasions where we're going to be playing more than 3 attacks in or 3 attacks in a turn. Alright, nice though. We see an Electrodynamics, which as I said is one of the powers that we did want to take, so we'll take that. Need to be a little bit more careful now, I guess. Genetic Algorithm really helping us out here on this turn against the Snake Plant, so we only take 1. I'll play the Doom and Gloom to start the damage. Wow, okay, so this again, it's a little bit tough for us. So yeah, taking some damage because we haven't drawn particularly well. Guess we'll play the Electrodynamics first. Echo Form. Yeah. So 28 goes down to 4. Defrag twice. Bullseye that. Just get the win now. I think we're in pretty big trouble. Focus Potion is nice though. Consume. We want to consume. Claw, Streamline. Their time is gone. Right, we get an extra chest. We see a Whetstone. Whetstone hitting Bullseye and Ball Lightning is okay, but it's probably going to hit a Strike, so I'm just going to take the Sapphire Key while we can. Okay, so running into these guys here is not exactly ideal. I guess Defrag Force Fields. So the Centurion's going to be attacking next turn. Do you get Echo Form in play though? And the Horn Cleat acting as our main source of block at the moment. Play the other Echo form. Fusion twice. Play the Genetic twice. Bullseye. We really want to find Electrodynamics now. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do Bias Cognition twice and then Electrodynamics twice, and that will get us the win here. See a Smoke Bomb. It's not going to help us in this boss fight. Recursion, Recycle, Sweeping Beam. Yeah, again, don't need any of those. I'm going to rest now. Obviously, we've got the Pantograph, which heals 25, but we've used up the Lizard Tail. And honestly, I can't really think of a card in our deck that we really desperately want to upgrade. We just need to sort of get through this boss fight, and between the Pantograph and resting, I think that's going to give us hopefully enough HP to do so. So we're not going to play the Genetic Algorithm now, we really want to play that later. We do get to prog the Shuriken on turn 1, which was nice. Right, we lose 1 Echo form. We get 1 in play. 1 should be enough. Let's see what this is going to steal. It steals Bias Cognition. I'm going to defrag first and then Electrodynamics. Dual cast. So we will be getting our Bias Cognition back next turn. So I'm just going to hit the Bronze Automaton because both the minions are dead. Oh, we get it back at the end of the turn and then it gets discarded. Right, Force Field gives us a full block. Yeah. And Bullseye Blind strips the artifact layers. So the next blind should get them. Yeah, I'm going to double Plasma. Then chill. Just try and deal as much damage as we can. It's the big attack this turn. Okay, so we do get a little bit unlucky, but I'm going to use the Speed Potion, double this defend. And not going to dual cast here just to use up this Plasma. I would rather have it next turn. So we managed to get through the big attack, which is important. Unfortunately, we drew the Genetic Algorithm this turn. It would be better next turn. Bias Cog twice, I think, is definitely the play. Okay, the Force Field twice. Do I actually play this? There is a chance we redraw it, even though it's a very slim one. Okay, so I think doubling dual cast to get this evoked twice. And then Bullseye, Doom and Glue, Lightning, gain another strength and block. Hopefully we draw the Genetic Algorithm, which we do, so we get to double that and we just get the win here. And on to Act 3. Still a little bit lacking in block. So yeah, a little bit sad about that. The Core Surge though helps with the Bias Cognition, so we can prevent that from happening. Rainbow just puts a lot of orbs in play. Don't hate that, but honestly I think Core Surge just preventing the debuff from Bias Cognition and allowing us to keep our focus high. We would really like to see at some point some Frost Orbs, because we haven't really seen that many. Okay, so our relic options here, honestly not bad. Snecko Eye is pretty good. Busted Crown, yeah, not too bad either. We definitely don't want to take the Philosopher's Stone at this point because we've got no way of really removing that debuff from the heart, and we just simply haven't got enough block in our deck at the minute to prevent that damage from hitting. Busted Crown, I think there are, as I said, we want to see more Frost cards just to help us block late game. So I don't really think having 2 fewer card rewards is good for us. So that leaves us with the Snecko Eye. And honestly, with the Echo Forms, Electrodynamics, Doom and Gloom, yeah, Force Field to a certain extent, I think with those cards it is takeable, even though we've got a number of 0 cost cards, so the Blind, the Beam Cell, the Chill. I think of these, the Snecko Eye is the most takeable, and it is the most powerful card in the game. Also allows us to pick up a Meteor Strike really easily if we see one. The 5 cost massive attack that the Defect has. Right, so we do need to be a little bit cautious here. We can't just go and bang our head against a load of elites, and there is a path that would do that. There's a 3 elite path on the left here, but we can just go to this shop and then maybe this second shop to try and force our way into finding some frost cards, or some more frost generating cards. Like Cool Headed would be great. Now that we've picked up Snecko Eye, Glacier would be an amazing card for us. So yeah, just see what we get. Okay, so we get both Echo Forms turn 1, a free Force Field. I think honestly just having more energy is probably better. And we'll try and come back for the genetic algorithm. Right, don't really want to double play the Doom and Gloom because of the spikers here, we would just take a lot of damage, so play the Defend and play 1 Doom and Gloom. Oh, I totally forgot that we had both Echo Forms in play, so my bad. Wow, yeah, so now we're in trouble because we have no block. Defrag twice, Blind twice, just try and prevent some of this damage. Yeah. If we play any of these, and these are the cards that are going to win us the game, this fight even, sorry, Electrodynamics and Chill will win this fight straight up, but we want to double the genetic algorithm, so I'm just gonna pass, seeing as neither of them are attacking us this turn, and hope we find the genetic. Okay, so we don't, but Bias Card. Notably, Force Field still reduces its cost when you play a power with it in your hand, so we get to do that. Just gonna kill the back one, and we'll wait. Hopefully get the genetic algorithm off. Yep, we do. And Doom and Gloom will win us this fight. Nice. Okay, so still no frost. Not going to take any of these cards, although the leap is reasonable. Just think it'll be a bit redundant if and when we do find these frost cards. Okay, self-repair plus though. I think I'm going to take that. With the Echo Forms, it's going to sort of safeguard against any HP loss, and we've seen we are susceptible to making the odd mistake. Will help prevent that, so I'm going to pick that up because it's on sale for one thing. Data Disc is also nice, just starting us off with a little bit more energy onto, focus. And I think removing a strike is also a really good option here. Pen Nib is also nice, just doubling the damage of every 10th attack, but I think Data Disc, remove a strike is absolutely fine here. Yeah, I don't really think we need to swap out our potions. Panic Button is interesting. Just helps against those big blocking attacks. And notably, we can still gain block from Frost after we've played this. Doesn't work very well with Echo Form, and doesn't play very nice with the Snecko, so maybe we'll just leave them. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it. Alrighty. So I think I'm just going to get the Echo form down. Bullseye dual cast. We take 16, but I'm hoping we'll just be able to double the self-repair and get that back. Double defrag. Blind. Chill. Defend. Okay, so yeah, we do get to double the self-repair. I'll just play the genetic once this time. That should be the win. Yep, nice. Cultist Potion I don't think is particularly what we're looking for. So I'm going to leave that on the ground. Yeah, skipping all these as well, don't need to add loads of cards to our deck unnecessarily anymore. Okay, so this is Genetic Algorithm's time to shine. We've also got a Chill and an Electrodynamics. So I think we're going to play the Electrodynamics first. Genetic Algorithm, Chill. Oh wow, and we just totally destroy there. Yeah, we don't need to do too much other than just hopefully draw around to self-repair. Play the Echo form. Defend dual class. Does this win? Definitely wins. Nice. Okay, so again, I don't favour the Fire Potion over what we've already got. And there is a Meteor Strike. This is one of the cards that can genuinely break the game with Snecko. So yeah, definitely going to pick that up. Question is, do I want this other shop now, or do I feel confident that I can take on 3 elites and take a shop a little bit later on between them? There's also a couple of upgrades on this path. I'm actually going to go for it. I think we're in a pretty solid place now. Don't feel like we can take this money for the 2 normalities though. Even though the money would be nice. I just think we've got to carry 2 normalities through 2 elite fights before we can remove 1. And then the other one gets carried through another elite fight and 2 and 3 boss fights. I Am Awake, interestingly, does not favour us when we've got self-repair, although I don't think it's necessarily a bad shout to just upgrade all of our cards. I think it's a little bit better when we actually haven't got Snecko with the Defect, because Zap and Dual Cast upgrade to be 0 cost. There's several other cards which do that as well. So I think we'll just fight a boss from Act 1, and really the slime boss should be no contest as long as we draw reasonably well. I'm going to get the defrag in play. I'll play a Zap as well. I think that's going to give us the most damage, hopefully, next turn. Right, so double strike, Genetic Algorithm, Core Surge. Hopefully get the Meteor Strike now. Yeah. There we go, so 12 energy, nothing's going to touch us. And Slime Boss goes down before we see any real problems. We get the Stone Calendar, which honestly is... it's a bit of a fancy relic, but it's not... I don't feel like it's ever going to do anything for us. Equilibrium is interesting. Allows us to retain some cards in our hand. It's also a nice big chunky block card. I'm going to pick 1 up. Upgrading Meteor Strike is the priority here, just 30 damage, channel 3 plasma. Alright, so turn 1. Yeah, I don't think this is too bad. We get the meteor strike off, it evokes our initial plasma orb so we don't lose any energy. Play the Echo form, play out the rest of our cards in full block. This is one of the fights where the Stone Calendar may do something, but Echo form twice, Genetic Algorithm twice, Zap twice, Force Fields. Just play this one time, the Bias Cognition. Right, so we've got 3 cards that double. Fusion twice gets us a refund of 2 energy. But also evokes an orb. I think we have to play the Defend twice. And then Bullseye twice. Equilibrium once. We don't really want to be retaining all these 3-cost cards. Okay, nice, so we get to defrag twice here. Beam Cell twice, and I think we'll just wait till the next turn. Yeah, with him being intangible. Okay, we see the big hits, but we get to double Meteor Strike. And that will win us the fight. Okay, we get a Symbiotic Virus, so we get a Dark Orb on turn 1 as well. Swift Potion. I think we can probably replace the Dexterity Potion with that now. We're not blocking a lot, you know, hugely from our Defend cards, so just assurances against bad draws is nice. A Cold Snap. Honestly, I don't feel like we need this Cold Snap now. I said we would take more Frost Orbs, and I certainly do still mean that if we see a Glacier, but I don't think a Cold Snap with Snecko Eye is quite the Frost we're looking for anymore. Alright, so here I think we're just fine probably to start upgrading some of these maybe block cards. Feel like we're pretty good for damage. I'll upgrade the Force Field, 16. Even if it comes out as a 3-cost card. Okay, we get an oddly smooth stone. Yeah, notably probably better than upgraded strikes cards that we've had before. We get to remove a card, which is definitely going to be a strike here. No questions asked. Just getting rid of those bad cards. Probably end up removing another one here as well and getting rid of all of them, but we'll see. Alright, so the Giant Head. The Giant Head could be tricky. The Giant Head could certainly be tricky, given that we haven't got that much in the way of block. I think I'm going to draw 3 here and just try and see an Echo form. Which we don't, but defrag. I'm not going to play the Core Surge here. Or am I? No, I'm going to play the Blinds. Yeah, mainly because I don't want to be made weak by this guy. Get both Echo forms in play. Definitely going to need that doubling effect against him. Because we're a little bit slow to set up. Bias Cognition twice. Electrodynamics twice. Bullseye. Doom and Gloom. Equilibrium one time. Okay, so Genetic twice. Self-Repair twice. Core Surge. fusion, dual cast. Yeah, Doom and Gloom twice first. Then we'll chill twice. And then I think we're just going to play out the defend cards. Just try and charge up this Dark Orb a little. Right. Meteor Strike twice is surely going to get us very, very close to winning. Beam Cell, Bullseye. There we go. Nice, so we don't even take any damage there. Blue Candle makes picking up curses a little bit more palatable with the defect. Unplayable curse cards can now be played whenever you play a curse, lose 1 HP and exhaust it. We haven't got any, so it's pretty much redundant. Static Discharge is a little bit late. Our game plan is very, very different to taking little bits of damage to channel to lightning. So I'm going to leave that as well. Head into the shop with 223 golds. Okay, we see Creative AI, which is interesting. All for One is nice with the Snecko Eye. A second Force Field is okay. We can Dolly's Mirror, which honestly I think is probably what I am going to do. Bag of Preparation also good, just drawing 2 extra cards on turn 1. Not as great, we're good with the Snecko Eye. But I think Dolly's Mirror, Meteor Strike is very, very strong. And notably, we can also just about afford a Cool-Headed in that, and that is a Frost card I would like to pick up. So, yeah, just duplicate that Meteor Strike and Cool-Headed, and move on, fight another elite. So we see Nemesis again. Let's do the Electrodynamics first, then... oh, should have played Defragment. Chill. Bullseye, Meteor Strike, yeah, not ideal play, but I think we're going to do alright in this fight anyway. So here, I'm going to play the Echo Form, Core Surge, Bias Cognition and Equilibrium, and hold on to the Meteor Strike there. Nice, so we can play the other Echo Form before this Meteor Strike. Fine, twice. Defend. Self-repair, so we are going to take some damage here. Yeah. Yes, unfortunately we will. But that's what self-repair is for. Can we deal 6 damage? I think we probably can. Yes. Lightning orbs get us there. Okay, nice. So we get a potion belt towards the end of this. Heat Sinks Plus is interesting. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 powers. I think we can take a Heat Sinks Plus. Yep, so just immediately getting that off. Bias Cognition, Meteor Strike. A dual cast now, so we can play this Echo Form. Fusion, Self-Repair. Nice. Right, so double Meteor Strike. Then Defrag, Core Surge, Genetic. Yeah, so we're doing really well now, I think. Our deck is doing what we want it to do. Beam Cell, and Lightning gets us a win. Storm is interesting, but I don't think absolutely necessary. Reinforced Body Plus though, it's just an excellent source of block. Don't forget to recall. And we see the Awakened one. Nice, so guess we'll zap first. Then Meteor Strike. Just try and get one of these guys down. Doom and Gloom once so we can kill one of the birds. And I think it's probably worth it to dual cast one energy just to try and block a little bit more. Have to get the Echo Forms in play, that is more or less non-negotiable. I think we're going to Equilibrium then Echo Form. I don't want to play Echo Form 3 times here. I'm just going to hold on to these. Right, yeah, so tricky fight this. Tricky fights. We played the Cool-Headed twice with overdrawing our hands, so let's just play Force Field. Cool-Headed. Okay, I am going to play Core Surge and Bias Cognition once. Defend. Hold. Yeah, Meteor Strike twice. Strike twice. Full Lightning once. Reinforced body. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit awkward until we manage to get him onto the second phase. 14 by 4 is a huge amount. But double Meteor Strikes, fusions. It's going to help us to play all of our block cards. And still take a bit, unfortunately. Yeah, so we need the Beam Cell in play without a doubt. We'll also chill twice to try and get some block in. Cool-Headed, Blind, Bullseye, Doom and Gloom. Zap. Okay, so Stone Calendar putting in some work. Well done. Meteor Strike twice kills. Or just once, rather. Defragment twice here, it's fine. 48 is the hit. Wow, okay. A little bit nasty. I think just the defend cards twice. Take 18. Okay. Meteor Strike twice. Doom and Gloom twice. Ball Lightning, Heat Sinks, Blind, Defend. Full block. Nice. Really important that we get to play. Do this first. And this. So we're definitely blocking. Really wanted to play this twice to get 40, and then we get 25, so we actually have 45 more health than we do right now. So I'm just not going to play. Not going to play it yet. Hope that we manage to draw back round to it. Yeah, I think we just have to hold here. That's going to be our plan. Ooh, alright. Probably wins. Not Gonna play the strike just to try and get our self-repair doubled. Come on, find it. Right. Yeah, just reinforce twice. Come on, self-repair. There it is. Meteor strike. Whew. Okay, so big heals back here. Pantograph gonna help us against the time meter, almost to full. It's good that he's not attacking us on turn 1, means we get a safe Echo Form in play. He's gonna play the chill now, seeing as it's free. Not gonna play this ball lightning. It's really important that we get all of our powers in play. Yeah, before we do that, I'm also going to double the core surge here. Force fields, it's 36. I guess we play Doom and Gloom, so we can defend one more time here. Right, really want to find Bias Cognition now. Equilibrium twice, I think that's fine with this hand. Play the self-repair once. Oh no, actually we're going to hold on to that. Let's play Defend and Blind. Okay, so Meteor Strike twice. Then Bias Cognition. So we negate the debuff. I think we'll probably just play the Genetic Algorithm now that we've got nearly all the powers in play. Beam Cell's fine. Play this once as well. And yeah, we'll hold there. So we've got 6 cards to play next turn. Echo Form twice. Force Field twice, Blind twice. Yeah, so just trying to manage Time Eater's HP here so that we can have a turn like this where we Beam Cell twice, Meteor Strike twice, Meteor Strike twice. Doom and Gloom. Bullseye, Electrodynamics, Ball Lightning, and I think that wins. Yeah, very good. And we heal to full HP at the end of it as well. So on to Act 4. Little bit concerned that we're a little bit slow to set up at times. But yeah, I think we're doing quite well. Okay, so don't need to heal. We are at full. I think upgrading the Cool Head is probably the way to go now. Just drawing an extra card when we do play it. Drawing 2 cards. We've got 56 gold. See what we can actually afford. And the answer is not a lot. We could have had a 3rd Meteor Strike, but we can buy this Block Potion. So we might as well. It's the only thing that we could actually afford in the shop. The on-sale multicast would have been kind of interesting, but nope. we leave the shop. We've spent all of our gold, so we've got to be happy with that. Nice. Okay, so this is actually a pretty good turn for us here. So we get to play out all the cards that we wanted to get set up. So I'm going to actually go after the shield first. Bias Cognition. Zap. Play the genetic now. Just they are both attacking me on turn 1. So we lose a strength. Double the echo form. Double the defrag. Yeah. Double the force field and turn around just to prevent a little bit of damage here, I guess. Really like to see our heat sinks, which we don't, but we get electrodynamics. Electrodynamics twice. It's actually going to deal a huge amount of damage, and we actually do get to kill the shield here. So yeah, I just guess we play out the self-repair. Equilibrium. Just managed to get there on the shields. Fusion twice. Doom and Gloom twice. Nice. Okay, so plenty fast enough for those two in the end. Akabeko. Completely not necessary for us now. Yeah, it's really good in Act 1, but not anymore. Charge battery, I think it's a little bit redundant. We have got plenty of blocking cards now. So I'm going to skip all of these.